nice having you here.
It's nice being here.
Yeah, actually, I was into your website
Mm-hmm.
and I was highly impressed with your job. You were so captivating and motivated,
Thank you.
and I never wanted to leave there. Do you think you can be able to tell your audience anything about what it's all about? I personally have seen and I've actually noticed that it's actually a very good job. So
Thank
just
you.
tell people what
So
you're up to.
my name is Nkatha, and I am a motivational blogger and a motivational speaker as well. My motivational website is called respondingtolifeorg.com, and from the name itself, we respond to life as it comes. Our aim is to empower, inspire, and motivate lives, and this we do by talking about daily situations such as anger, such as relationships, such as failure, such as success, such as everything. How you deal with your parents, how you deal with your friends, how you deal with yourself, and in the process we also learn. So that's just it, the short version of it.
Good job.
Thank you.
And with the kind of job you're doing right now,
Mhm.
you're trying to change people's life.
Mhm.
So who are actually your audience? Who are the kind of people you want to pass your message across to?
In the beginning, my audience, or rather our audience, because I don't do it alone, I do it with a partner called Sylvia, who's based in Kenya. Our audience was the youth, because we are young people and we can relate mostly to the youth. But across time and the time that we've been doing Responding to Life, it has motivated people who are younger than us and even people who are older than us, people who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, who are married, who are successful but still go through everyday situations, and they've given us feedback and they like what we're doing and they give us feedback according to situations we've helped them go through, and that is a blessing. That is more than a blessing, and I thank God for that. So now our audience is everyone basically, and but still at the same time we still are. Someone would say we're more biased to the youth because we relate mostly to the youth. See?
Okay. You just still a young teenager
Mm.
who's busy with studies and school. How do you happen to collate study and this vision together all at the same time?
So for me, studying and blogging go hand in hand because school is also a source of motivation to me. In every aspect of my life, I aspire to be the best and do the best because I'm also a very good student, and I aspire to succeed in my studies so that someone could, be inspired by that. Every aspect of my life is a source of motivation to the people who read and even the people who know that, oh, Victoria and Sylvia are the ones behind this. So we aspire to finish our school so that someone could look at us and say, they finished or she finished, I will finish as well. So that's what we do. But at the same time, there's sacrifices that have to be made. Sacrifices such as partying every single weekend, sacrifices such as, completely being mesmerized by the social society. Those are sacrifices that we have to make to be able to balance what we do and school and stay sane. So that's all we have to do.
Yeah, and I gotta know that life is all about work and play.
Yes.
Work and play, then you try to balance both of them together.
Mhm.
So how do you balance work
Playing.
and play all together? You don't go to party, you don't do this weekend thing.
Well, what I don't do is being a continuous attender of parties, and I think I prioritize, for example, if it's a friend's birthday or a graduation or a baby naming ceremony, I will attend. I will gladly turn up for you. But if it's for fun's sake, I'd rather sit down home and do Netflix. That's just it. That's my way of fun because it's a lot of effort going out there, being in your heels and looking. It's a lot of effort, and also as the person that I am, the character that I, the personality that I have, I don't think that that is something that interests me or I feel like I'm missing out on anything, because I am very happy sitting home in my blanket with my series and my movies, rather than I would choose that over going out any other day. But if it's something very, very important, like I said, a birthday, a graduation, what, I'll gladly go out, because at the end of the day, you know, you also have to be able to be there for the people who matter most. So that's the thing.
Yeah, that was amazing. Actually, I learned that for almost 1 year now you've been on this vision, trying to change people's lives, trying to do things that affect people who are a little bit depressed, who are challenged, trying to encourage them, bring life into them. Like, what has actually been your motivation?
First of all, God has been my motivation, my biggest motivation, because every single time that I went through a situation, He has gotten me through it and been able to bestow this vision for responding to life in me, that I can be able to bring it forth. And that, I would say, is one of the biggest motivations. The second one is being able to impact the lives of people. For example, the other day I got a voice note from a friend, and he's like, well, why did you stop sending me your links? Because before, I used to be able to make people know, okay, we are doing this, I used to send it to my personal contacts. And this is a person who does not follow me that much on social media accounts, so I stopped doing that and I began posting it on my social media, and he got really upset. He's like, did you stop writing your thoughts, because they have been a source of motivation, a source of inspiration into my life? And I said, no, I have not stopped. And he said, well, I want you to continue, because your posts, everything that you do, it has gotten me through a lot of situations that I never knew I would get through. And I sat down and I was like, you know what, that's a source of inspiration to me and a motivation to continue the work for years to come. Because just that one person, being able to save that one life, it's a blessing. And the last motivation is the fact that my partner and I do this and we become better people. We don't only impact people out there, but we also impact ourselves. We learn through the process. We also become better people, because before I never had that. I can go back and refer to something when I'm angry, but now when I'm angry, I go back and read a post we wrote about anger, and I get motivated to keep on pushing. And I'm like, you know what, if I handle it in that situation, I can actually handle it better. And another thing is, we also motivate each other, because I'm not in this alone, and she is like me. She's like another version of me, just in another body, and vice versa. And at times we feel like giving up, but like I said, we go back and we see that we told people never to give up, and we have to keep on pushing. Exactly, why should I give up? I have told people not to give up, then why should we give up? Even at times it gets to 4 a.m. in the morning, we have no write-ups, we have no motivation whatsoever, and we're like, I don't want to do this again. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do this again. And she's like, you know what, keep pushing. We have a vision. And sometimes she also tells me, I told Victoria I cannot do this again. And I told her, you better go, shout, scream, whatever, because giving up is not an option. If you want to go out, take some space, breathe in, breathe out, then come back again, do that. But giving up is not an option, because we've told people not to give up, and who are we to give up ourselves? So that's something that has caught us for the rest of our life, so to say. So yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Thank you.
But actually, personally, when I was growing up, I had a lot of hiccups personally. But when I read about your growing up, I was amazed. Actually, would you be nice to tell a story about your growing up?
Yes. Growing up has been a challenge, because it has also given me a challenge and a blessing. It has a blessing because it has given me the opportunity to mature and be wise in things that I might have experienced later on in life. A challenge because I have experienced when my dad died when I was 3 years old. My father's family decided that, oh, because my mother only has children who are women or rather girls, they don't have the right to inherit any of their father's belongings. That means that we only have to be married away and create families with other people, and that's it. And as I speak right now, I have nothing of my father's properties or anything, just the fact that he was my dad, the DNA. This was due to the fact that they snatched everything away from us. And growing up, I was intrigued.
Your uncles or?
Actually, my father's father and my uncles from my father's side, they took everything away from us because they do not believe that girls have the right to inherit, or rather in their tradition. I would not say in our tradition because we come from the same area, but that's unheard of. So in their tradition, that's what they believe. So when I was growing up, I saw how my mom fought for us, and to be honest, I didn't mention her in my motivation or rather motivation, but she has been my role model. She has been the person that I look up to, and for her strength, I salute her. And in as much as we were not the ones fighting, it impacted us. And for me, I grew up and especially in the 21st century, where this whole women's rights and gender equality and the girl child, I caught that mentality. And this one time when I turned 18, I asked my mom, can I go forward with this case? And she told me, no, create your own legacy, because your name will tie, and your father's name will live on through you. You don't necessarily have to have belongings and property to be able to continue his legacy, but build something for your own, and then people know that's Mutai's daughter, that's his child, and that's what she has achieved. And in that way, I can create my own and live on his legacy. And that's basically it. That's the short version of the story. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
I'm almost blown away.
Thank you very much.
So it's a pleasure and nice to have you.
Thank you very much. It's nice to see you again. It's nice to be here.